Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I'm so grateful you've taken some time out of your day to learn a little bit more about crypto and DeFi. But before we begin, I want to say this first. Please remember, none of this is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and never, ever invest more than you can afford to lose. We are going to be looking at something interesting in the crypto and DeFi markets today. Please like and subscribe and ping that notification bell. And remember to check out dadsdefispace.org to learn more about crypto and DeFi, free articles, free course, and a monthly newsletter. Also, find us over on X at CryptoZone1013 and on Telegram, Dad DeFi 1013. Let's get to today's video. Next steps in the crypto market. What are our next steps with our liquidity positions, our lending positions, our leverage positions, our spot positions, depending on how you play this crypto and DeFi game? Check out some news and events, especially the Coinbase hack that occurred. All right, let's take a look at how the altcoin market looks today, along with some of our favorite plays, right? You're looking at everything that we enjoy to follow in the crypto market. We are heavily red today. The red in the market is all over the place. But if I go on the month, check this out. Oh my goodness. Virtual's up 215%. AIXBT, the virtual agent, up 125%. Stacks 48%, Aave 62%, Tau token, not one in our bag, but a big AI infrastructure play, 77.8%. Trump token 70%, AERO token 63%. That's a mighty nice gain right there. And as you can see, all of it looks this way. But Aether at 82, didn't even notice that one. I'm going to go down to the week. Some of them are down a little bit, right? Especially layer ones, AI plays, because a lot of those saw some of the biggest gains out there, to be quite honest with you. So if we look at today, almost everything is red. When Bitcoin goes red, altcoins bleed even more. And we're going to look at that today when we take a look at the charts. Let's now take a look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is very strongly above the bull market support band. Let's look at what level this is. 0.38 is sitting at 109, which is right at the top. Again, I'm not going to be bullish till we get above this wick right here, which is right at 106,700. We are within that range between the 0.38 level, the 0.38 level on the Fibonacci, and it could go as low as in that range is around, like, say 103, but it wouldn't surprise me for a correction down into the lower part of the range. Take a look at the daily, and we have been kind of struggling to keep this support right here at 102. So if we break here, I'm expecting more downtrend. We are running some light shorts on weeks on Solana and Ethereum right now. I am hedged with a Bitcoin long, but it is in profit. And we're going to see how those play out, because I am expecting a possible surge up, maybe, and I want to be protected in case we wick. But also, we could go ahead and start correcting now. So I want it to be positioned both ways, and then we can reevaluate later. Now, that's enough about Bitcoin. If we take a look, zooming out, and this is kind of the pump here. We actually began down here where the red line is on the chart. We correct it down to the yellow line on the chart, which is around 74,000. as long as we maintain a level above this area, I am still bullish on the bull market, of course. But I could see us correcting back down to our last pump area around 96,400. So, of course, I want to be prepared, not financial advice. I'm just trying to show you how I'm seeing it, and then you can make your own decisions, right? The other chart is all your cryptocurrencies minus the top 10. And as you can see, we have been on a massive downtrend since December of 2024. We've been bouncing around for a while ago in the range of 386 billion and 224 billion. By the way, we are not looking at price right now. We are looking at the others market cap. I am not going to truly be bullish again until we break back above this $224 billion area. And I think we actually will hit all-time highs on this chart later this year, possibly in this area where you see the rockets, right? Because that was the past cycle high at 488 billion. That's where I'm going to start feeling a lot more comfortable. Now, right now, we are below our lower range. We're sitting at around 257 billion. This chart is still looking kind of weak, but it has shown some strength in the last little bit. As you can see here, that's a very sloppy line. Let me remove that. Right here from the bottom of the range, we're above the top, right? So as long as we maintain this trend line, that's awesome. Now, if we break back below this trend line, we could easily revisit the bottom range, which around 180 to 190 billion dollars. If that happens, our altcoins are going to bleed more, and we should be thinking and positioning for that. Also, at the same time, it could go up, and if it goes up, then we also need to be positioned like that. We never can tell what's going to happen on the right side of the chart. I can't predict the future, and none of those other influencers out there can predict the future either. Some of them sound nice. Some of them, have a good image going on, but none of us truly know. What we can do, though, is we can look at the probabilities of what is most likely to happen, and we can position ourselves for both. Now, finally, I wanted to take a look before we got into a couple altcoin charts of Ethereum Bitcoin real quick. This is an excellent chart to follow to kind of get an idea. Hey, are we getting ready to have altcoin season? This chart should tell you not yet, but this is really cool. See this right here? We're getting closer and closer to our trend line zone, and I'm keeping this on the chart until we break back above it. I am just waiting and excited. I'm actually thinking we're going to correct a little bit, so I'm kind of eyeing this 0.021 level right here, and we can go all the way back down the lower end, which is 0.018. I hope not, because that's a pretty low bleed for Ethereum, but I could see us dropping back down kind of maybe kind of in this area at least, which would be about 0.022, and that's kind of what I'm eyeing for right now. I'm going to see if we maintain this. We did not get back above the bull market support band, so Ethereum showed some strength over the last few days, but it's starting to show some weakness again. Let's look at some altcoin charts, and I want to talk about some of my favorite altcoins right now. This is one, Virtuals Protocol, and we talked about it last time. I looked at some of the fib levels of where we could show resistance or support, and kind of levels as far as or even looking at the lower ranges. As you can see, we bounced right off the 0.38 level. This is really good as far as like fib retracement tool. The 0.38 is very important. It tends to act as resistance and support. We've resisted, and we're heading back down to this $1.53 level. Hopefully we maintain this as support, but if we break below, who knows where we'll go down here. So carefully watching virtuals, and if we get back down in this lower part, kind of like around the red line region, I will be buying some Virtuals Protocol, but that's just me. Virtuals is looking quite bullish. If we get out our measurement tool from the bottom to the top, and Virtuals pump like 300%. And we started really piling in again around here, and which is the $1.15 range. Even that's 92%. So we've done very good on our virtuals. We are lending a little bit on Moonwell. We'll look at that in a minute. Borrowing some USDC. And we're also farming a position over on VFAT right now. Now, what I wanted to look at next is Aerodrome Finance. Aerodrome Finance is a decentralized DEX on the Base ecosystem. I think this one is an excellent beta play on the Base network, along with some of the AI agents. I'm not playing in a lot of meme coins right now, but maybe later, we'll see. Now, this chart, the Aerodrome chart, is actually now looking relatively weak. We kind of touched and went above the 77 cents region, getting as high as 81 cents, and we are dropping back down. Hopefully, we'll maintain support in the 50-cent region. I don't want to see us back down in this yellow line, which is all the way back down around 27, 28 cents. So you need to be very, very careful, those of us who are investing in Aerodrome protocol. But for me, I'm bullish on the project. Anything in this red region, which we are in, is a good buying range for me. So I will be dollar cost averaging a little bit, because most of my AERO I farm off of VFAT and then lend on Moonwell protocol. The next one I wanted to look at, probably my favorite layer one of this cycle. I'm slowly building my position. It's getting bigger and bigger. Hopefully, eventually, I think it's going to end up surpassing my Solana. We are breaking down here on the daily chart. We got as high as $4.30. Breaking down now, it's sitting at right around $3.77 and is wicked as low as $3.64. Now, this breakdown point is what I'm watching. That's $3.38-39. Because if we break below that, I'm expecting it to have a good correction. So we were running a sway short. We covered around here for a nice little profit. I probably should have kept it going, but we decided to keep it just running within Ethereum and Solana. Now, if you're interested in hedging or trading like I do at times, consider using our link for weeks. $30,000 of USDT bonuses, lots of rewards. We do use weeks along with many other exchanges. Don't keep too much money on exchanges. Do your trades, take it off, put it in cold storage. Let's play this game safe. Let's play this game correctly. First and foremost, you are looking at our X page. Please find us over on X. It's Crypto Zone 1013. I'd love for you to add me, send me a message, ask me some questions. Let's talk some crypto and DeFi. But add our X account, help support the channel. A few days ago, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, announced to most of the public that a hacker has bribed overseas customer support staff. And I didn't even know that Coinbase had customer support staff, but bribe support staff to get customer data. It's nuts. And we're just now finding out about it. I don't like the wait. Now, this information included no account as far as passkeys, or passwords, crypto wallets, seed phrases, et cetera, but it's driver's license, it's addresses, it's phone numbers, everything needed for a social engineering attack. So that is something to consider. Now, this crypto exchange received an email from someone claiming they obtained information about approximately 1% of Coinbase customers. They are demanding $20 million. Coinbase said, we ain't paying it. We'll pay someone to catch you $20 million, which I do respect. I don't like the fact that if it's true that they waited this long to tell everybody. And this is why it's a lot of times better to learn actually how to play within the Web3 and decentralized finance space. So this did cause a downtrend in the stock, but really hasn't affected that much. The Coinbase was up like a lot just the other day. And a lot of that has to do with its just now inclusion in the S&P 500, which is something to consider about, something to think. Now, I wanted to just give you a little overview of some of the things you can check out if you ever add us on X. We like to find good, stable, looping kind of strategies. Like we posted this one that we found from home. It came from the Crypto Labs Research Underdog Investment Group. Consider joining if you want to up your DeFi game. It helps support the channel. Use our link below. And then on top of that, I wanted to show this, right? We believe that if there's an Eric Trump meme coin that anyone in the Trump organization is involved with, it's probably going to slowly make its way to zero. It might not be a rug pull, but it would not surprise me if this one is a slow rug pull. Something to think about because they've totally have taken advantage of the embrace that the crypto space has brought to the Trump organization. So I wanted to bring that up too. Eric Trump's meme coin on Solana, of course. Anyway, just not a super big fan of that. We posted this on our X account. Please add us, Crypto Zone 1013. Links below. What asset since 2011 has performed the best? I'll wait. Yep. Bitcoin. 1,400%. It walloped everything, stocks, anything in stocks, REITs, long-term treasuries, high yield bonds, investment grade this, tips, blah, go, blah, commodities, blah. Bitcoin walloped them all. 1,400%, 186%. Every time except these bear market years where we were negative 58, negative 73, etc., etc. Yes, Bitcoin is volatile, but Bitcoin has been the best performing asset of this decade, soon to be 2 decades. Countries, wealth funds, even states are now starting to look into Bitcoin. And this is one of the reasons it's looking so bullish. First and foremost, what do we have here? New Hampshire, very first U.S. state to approve a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, sadly, their governor vetoed this, but just the discussion, bullish. Now, let's take a look at the next one, Arizona, the second state to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So what does this mean? I don't think this means buying a Bitcoin right now, but what this means is that it's coming. And with more sell pressure, we're going to have, hopefully, our blow off top that we've all been waiting for. I get it. I am sounding way more bullish now than I have, but you need to be prepared for both sides. So let's now take a look at our third state. This one is Oregon. Now, this is not a Bitcoin strategic reserve, but I find this very important. And the fact that Bitcoin is now legally being recognized as collateral, this is big because the people out there are able to, like we do with Aave, we do this decentralized. Please check out some of my DeFi lending videos. We have talked a lot about using our assets as collateral, borrowing and lending, either to earn yield or to leverage our positions for other positions within our portfolio. This means TradeFi can do it, TradFi can do it, and this is big. People could leverage their Bitcoin to buy a house. I love this. It is just the legitimization of our favorite asset, Bitcoin. I know I'm sounding much like a maxi today, but it is what it is. On top of that, I thought we also have North Carolina. They just recently passed a Bitcoin strategic reserve bill a little over a week ago. We'll see where that one goes. And then I thought it was kind of funny that one of my wife's favorite fast food restaurants, Steak and Shake, will accept Bitcoin at all locations. I'm not going to be paying for a greasy burger with my Bitcoin, but adoption is adoption, right? And then be sure, right? And I wanted to do this before we get into Camino and Moonwell. If you take a look at our private group, I just wanted to give you kind of a little overview of some of the things you can find in there. This is one of my positions from not too long ago. It was Bitcoin Solana on Orca. I like to highlight positions that I'm interested in, levels for positioning and just market analysis. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. And I hope you've left a little bit smarter about crypto and DeFi and that you can use some of this knowledge to up your investing game. Please check out our links below to Dad's DeFi Space and find me on X at CryptoZone1013 and Dad DeFi 1013. Remember, always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. And I'll see you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.